All right, back for another beer review, and today I will be reviewing yet another beer from the Firestone Walker Brewing Company, and they're out of Paso, Robles, California, and this is their Cinnamon Dolce Nitro Stout. So they are calling this one a cinnamon and vanilla spiced nitro stout. Comes in at 6% alcohol by volume, 50 IBUs, and at the time of review, this can is approximately 6 weeks old. So this is the newest seasonal release from Firestone as far as I can tell. And yeah, it sounds pretty good. Now, I think the base of this one is like a tweaked Velvet Merlin. I've reviewed quite a few of these lower ABV stouts from Firestone Walker. I've reviewed their Nitro Merlin, which was their Velvet Merlin that was put into a nitro can. I did the, I think it was Coconut Merlin, which was their Velvet Merlin with coconut, with toasted coconut, I believe. I did their chocolate cherry stout, I think last year it was. And I believe like the base stout is their Velvet Merlin, which is an oatmeal milk stout. They don't say this is a milk stout on the can. They don't even mention like oatmeal, nothing. But on tap, they do say they've like retweaked their milk stout, and then this is what they came up with. So I think the base is their oatmeal milk stout. That's what I think it is. So we'll see. Anyway, nitro can, Firestone Walker, had to try it. We're gonna give it the hard pour here into the hashtag proper glassware. Ooh. Hopefully it contains the head. If not, we're gonna have some spillage, but no, that's perfect. And look at that. Look at that cascading effect. I fucking love you know what? I love nitro beers just from the appearance of them because they look so fucking good and the head looks amazing and it's just fantastic. So yeah, that has this deep brown color. On camera it's going to probably look pitch black, but it has like a really deep brown color. It almost looks like a really deep brown ale in person. A little bit of ruby red tinge here at the bottom. About a 2-finger creamy light brown, maybe dark tan head. Man, that fucking head, like that's a picture perfect beer. Like for me, if you're talking about a nitro stout, picture perfect beer right here. So the one thing with nitro beers, and I mentioned this in almost every single nitro review because I feel like I have to, a lot of times the nose isn't all that bombastic and like in your face. Usually the taste is a little bit more intense, but still subdued from the nitro. We'll see if that's the case here. It smells fucking great. Wow. Yeah, holy shit. Tons of cinnamon and vanilla. What is that? It smells like a cinnamon shortbread cookie or something akin to that. Like, it's crazy. There's chocolate, but it specifically has like a, we'll say like a gingerbread cookie, like a cinnamon vanilla gingerbread cookie. That's what it has to me. It's sweet. Oh man, it smells so good. There's caramel, there's chocolate, there's fucking vanilla, there's cinnamon, I'm getting ginger. I don't think there's ginger in here at all. Man, I'm going to go on the record right now. Shout out to Ridge over at Ridgeopolis. Get a nose on our beer reviews. In the books, this is one of the best smelling, if not the best smelling nitro beer I've ever had. Like just the smell itself is fucking dynamite. Holy shit, I didn't expect it to be this good. Man, it smells like I said, a cinnamon vanilla gingerbread cookie or like a cinnamon cookie of some sort, but it has gingerbread-esque kind of qualities to it. Again, it has like a little bit of roasted malt chocolate from the base stout, but holy shit. Not much more than that though. That's kind of what it smells like, but it fucking smells. Wow. I just want to get into this one. Cheers, everyone. I like that. All right, so usually how it works with these beers is the nose and the taste are a little bit dialed back, as I said. The taste is a little bit more intense typically than the nose. This is actually, this is done in 180 because the nose was way more like punch you in the face from an intensity standpoint than the taste, but the taste carries over. All the flavors intact, but dialed back about 25%. This is a little bit watery at 6%. It's drinking like higher side of late body. So a little bit thin, The mouthfeel is fucking a nitro beer, so if you've ever had Guinness or anything similar to that, it has that soft, smooth, extremely creamy mouthfeel sensation on the palate. Tastes right at the front of the palate. Roasted malt, chocolate, sweeter milk chocolate. And then right after that is where that cinnamon, I'm going to say more of a cinnamon gingerbread cookie. And I specifically separate the cinnamon and the gingerbread because it's definitely noticeable cinnamon, but then it turns into a gingerbread kind of cookie. And then the vanilla kind of hits right after that. So I think in the nose, it was a little bit more cohesive from the cinnamon and vanilla aspect, but in the actual taste, they're kind of separated, which is fine. What I like about it is it's 6% Nitro Stout. And maybe even though I say it's thin, I think it actually works because this is super drinkable. It's not too sweet. It's not too bitter. There's not too much of like a fake confectionery type of feel to it, although you do get that cookie essence. I still get the base beer, like I said, that roasted malt quality, touch of coffee. So it's decently sweet up front, but not overly sweet. It finishes with a mild, I'd say a mild bitterness and like a semi-dry type of finish. And I feel like it has more of like a cinnamon kind of drying effect to it. To me, this is a crusher of a low ABV, well, relatively low ABV. We're talking about 6%, but in the craft beer world, a 6% stout, you just don't see them too often anymore. So when I see a 6% stout that can produce flavors like this, I get really excited. Okay, I'm gonna go on the record here. We're gonna lock it in one more time, Ridge. I think for me, this is one of the better 6 or sub 6% porters or stouts that I've had in a while. They kind of hit the nail on the head what they're going for. They say cinnamon and vanilla spiced nitro stout, and totally. Like I said, they don't mention ginger in here or like cookie or anything like that. They call it cinnamon dolce. I'm getting a little bit of caramel in here as well. And the nose was more pronounced. But I just think overall, this is a really easy drinking nitro stout with some nice flavors that are outside the norm for something you see from a nitro stout. So rating, I'm going to give Firestone Walker's Cinnamon Dolce Nitro Stout, their new seasonal, I'm going to be probably quite higher than everyone else. And it's funny because I've had a couple Firestone reviews where I'm lower than everyone else, like Mine Haze. Mine Haze is one of my most viewed videos in general for Firestone, but I gave it like a 3.75, and I was like, oh, it's all right for a mass-produced hazy. And a lot of people are like, this is my favorite beer. And, I've done that with Firestone beers, but I think for a low ABV stout, high 4.25 out of 5, I'm going 4.35 out of 5, almost into the low 4.5 range. This is great for what it is. For what they're going for, this is almost a 5. I think they've done a great job with it. So if you see this one, let me know what you think about it. If you pick it up, I highly recommend giving this one a go. I think 6-packs in my area were $11.99 for a fucking 6-pack of a nitro stout. Like fucking geez, Louise. Why did I just say geez Louise? I have no idea. But $11.99 for a 6-pack of something like this. I almost want to go buy a couple more cans, and maybe I will. I don't know. Availability, probably wherever you see Firestone Walker, although they have weird distribution. A lot of my Michigan viewers and friends, I know you don't get Firestone Walker in your neck of the woods, and a lot of people get upset because they can't get Parabola and Sukaba and Anniversary Ale, and I get it. But if you do see Firestone Walker, fucking give this one a go. For like $2 a can or a little bit over $2 a can if you buy a single. 4.35 out of 5. Great beer. 6%. You can tell it's lower ABV stout, so yeah, whatever. I don't get any alcohol or anything. Fucking really good beer. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Hopefully you're enjoying a low ABV nitro stout, even though outside of Guinness, there's not a lot of those out there. Anyway, to the next one. Cheers.